David.
Hello, everybody. I'm NathanTheMad. What we are talking about today is the glorious game that is WARDOGS. Dropped out of the sky, landed in our laps in the most impressive fashion possible. Now, you've got to give it to the development team. We are, as a gaming community, especially the FPS world, we are prone to disappointment. We always go into any new game or any new release with a bated, holded breath because we are expecting to be let down.
Yeah, so the AK's meta because
WARDOGS and the Bulkhead Studio
gun that
have
you can unlock
maybe given us some hope that there are development studios out there that know what they're on about and what they're doing, and they have the right formula. I played the closed alpha and the closed beta, and I will tell you now, this game is more polished than anything else I've seen. Yes, there have been issues. Yes, there are issues, and I'm expecting there to be more issues when we go into early access. But the closed beta had a bit of a rocky start for an hour. Yeah, they probably weren't expecting so many to join. So
just run around shouting the
500,000 players trying to play the closed beta test. This was on the same weekend as another branch, well-known franchised game, did their closed beta test, or their open beta test, where I can tell you, and I'm not going to narc on anyone else's games, but it didn't go very well for them, and it's understandable. The WARDOGS game, in my opinion, is the perfect balance. And a lot of people have sort of said, well, it's like this, it's like that. Yeah, it is. You're right. It is like ARMA. It is like Battlefield. It is like these games. Because any good development team can understand what makes a game good, take that aspect, make it their own, and then put it into a game. I love the idea of 3 teams going at each other. It adds a whole new dynamic to attacking objectives, and constantly being battles and firefights and position changes, and people are only just now getting into the idea of what WARDOGS is, and that is, like, I've started people seeing developing FOBs, and people who were unlocking vehicles. I saw a couple more tanks. There was some artillery being used. Helicopters were being used for logistics runs. I found that quite interesting. Once I realised that you could just drop pallets off and you were earning quite a decent amount of money, that was my sole purpose. But the combat, the feel, the gameplay, everything, the honest approach to WARDOGS development studio that they have towards the community and game, and even recently in their most recent video about sort of summarizing the beta weekend, they give the stats of 4% of players refunded their game. That might have just been a lot of knee-jerking where there was an hour delay to get in, and I think a few people threw their teddies out and went, well, I'm not playing this. And then genuinely some people might be go, right, this isn't for me. This isn't a game where you could walk from Call of Duty into this. You will not have, if you enjoy Call of Duty, you may enjoy this. That might be just me putting a very sort of overlapping or overarching sort of comment in, but this game does not tailor to your run and gun. There's a lot more depth to this. I think this sits very nicely in the middle. So you would have like Call of Duty, Battlefield, your Hell Let Loose, then you'd have this, then Squad, and then ARMA. I think ARMA is like the top tier milsim game. You've got Call of Duty, Battlefield, your run and gun games. You've got a little bit of realism with Hell Let Loose and their variation. Squad, a little bit more realism, but ARMA is very much at the top end, and WARDOGS sits right in the middle of all of these games and gives you a nice slice of everything. If you don't want to run and gun, or you're not the best shooter, there are so many other ways to make money in this game. You could do logistics runs, you could build FOBs, you could be a medic, you can do anything. And that's where I think they've hit the nail on the head. This game isn't just about running and gunning, it's a team effort. And the fact that there's 3 teams competing for the point, I don't think I had a game that went quick. Like, the average game length was like 1 hour and 45 to 2 hours, and I think that is, if you can get that length of game and not feel like it was a drag, or it's like, oh god, when's this going to end? Every moment of that game felt engaging. This was the first one, so I played Alpha on my own, and I played the beta with friends, with a large group of us, and it changed the game massively. Massively changed the game. You had so much more engagement when there was a group of you working together, doing things. Everyone did their own thing, and there was some people building fobs, some people moving logistics, and then collectively all together attacking and working together. That made that game fun. The no cap on squads is brilliant. You can just have as many people as you want in. Future, maybe if the servers would support it, have a bit of an increase in cap, but I don't think it felt empty. The maps were massive, but I don't think the game felt empty. I like the way that the spawns are so far away that you have to rely on transports or helicopters to get into the fight and then the main fight. I like the fact there's a restricted spawns. You can get a spawn vehicle, but then if that's gone, then you're going to have to rely on vehicle transports again. I like that aspect because the whole principle of the game is the quantity of numbers of your players inside the zone ticks the points, and whoever has the most points by the end of the game, as in whoever reaches 100 points, and you can affect that by having the most players in, but also going into the hot zones and putting more people into the hot zones and winning that combat that way. So yeah, it is really good. I'm really looking forward to what this will become in the years to come, because I think this game will be a fan favourite and into its own in the next year. Once it's released on the 10th of September. I know it's announced 3rd of September by the development team after the event that they've got going on. But I think their honesty is what's winning the player base up. Again, we as a community of FPS players have been lied to, sold false promises, and given fake news out of the yin-yang and let down by all of our fan favourites, all of the trusted development teams and stuff that we relied on and pumped money into to refresh it. And I know this is...
I've got one down on me, but there's
out
another one he's
who are naysayers and doomsdayers. That's fine. But this actually gives me hope. Hope that there will be something better on the horizon, and I have nothing but love for this dev studio. I think it's brilliant how honest they are with us and themselves, and how much they kick themselves over things that could have gone better. And that, to me, is promising, because this game has so much potential, and they could do so much with it. And they are everything they are saying and doing and learning and picking bits up from other games, seeing what that game's done wrong or that done right, and then just going, right, we're going to do that, but in our own way. I think it's brilliant. And WARDOGS will be the game that I think a lot of people will love to play. And it is right, it's not going to be for everyone, but I think I'm going to really enjoy streaming it. I'm going to really enjoy building a community around it. And I think all I want to do is just say a massive thank you to Bulkhead, the development team, because I just think this is a refreshing change. This game is hope in a parcel that we as a gaming community, especially FPS gaming community, have hope that we are going to get a product or a game that's going to last for a good few years, and we're all going to enjoy it, and it's going to be no hidden features, no paywalls and stuff like this, and get a genuinely and brutally honest development team that want to make a game that they enjoy playing and we enjoy playing, and that there are no hidden agendas. So thank you very much, guys. That is my sort of moment of pause, my sort of 20 minutes of chatting. But yeah, thank you very much. I will catch you on the outside.